Ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown. A few moments ago, this building was shaking. Emerge from the tunnel here in. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Byron Pringle now to return it. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to.
And they'll let that one go as a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Charles Harris. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
For it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He'll try again, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try to run with Breida. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And they'll go for it. Lance. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. The point after is good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Charles Harris, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That'll be complete to Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Breida. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked
the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put in. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 17, Lance. Check down to Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They run for him with Breida. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking 3 power plays at max to get the ball in the end zone.
Second down and goal. Lance. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
That's it, baby.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They go counter with Breida. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Dante Jackson